Hi guys, so today I'll be explaining the math quiz of term 1 week 6. So let's start. Solve the given equation when a is equal to 3. So very simply we have a is equal to 3. We need to substitute a by 3. So it will become radical minus 2 times 3 minus x is equal to 3 times 3 minus 1. Then, if you solve it even more, it's gonna become radical minus 6 minus x is equal to 8. Now, how do you get rid of the radical? You just have to square it. So, radical minus 6 minus x squared will give us minus 6 minus x. And then 8 squared will give us 64. So let's move 6 to the other side. We will get minus x is equal to 64 plus 6, which is 70. So minus x is equal to 70. Then we need positive x, so we are gonna remove the minus here and put it here. So positive x is gonna be equal to minus 70. So the given equation, the solution is minus 70. Now question number 2. Which of the following is equivalent to the given expression whenever x squared is different than 4 and y is different than 0? So whenever we have something like this, we have two fractions and we have either minus or plus in between them, we have to find the least common denominator. Okay? How do we do that? Let's start by first taking our denominators. We have denominator 1, which is x minus 2 times y, and denominator 2, which is x squared to the power of x squared minus 4. And if you factor it, it will be x minus 2 and x plus 2. You guys have to know how to factor, okay? Now, to find the least common denominator, we look at each denominator. First, we have x minus 2. We come here. We also have x minus 2. So definitely we are going to take x minus 2. But do we take 2 or we take only 1? We're going to take only 1. Okay? Next, we have y. Do we have y over here? No, we don't have a y. So we are still going to take it. Now we come here. Here we have x plus 2. But here we don't have x plus 2. So we're going to take it, but we're going to take only 1. So the point of least common denominator is that it takes everything, but it takes the least possible value. So if you have here 1 and here 1, you don't take 2, you take only 1. But then you take everything, you know? So it took x minus 2, it took y, and it took x plus 2, but it took the least possible values. So that is how we found our least common denominator. Now, we have a over x minus 2y minus b over x minus 2 x plus 2. And our least common denominator is what? It is x minus 2 x plus 2 y. So how does x minus 2 times y become x minus 2 x plus 2 times y? We only have to multiply it by x plus 2. So that means you have to multiply also the numerator by x plus 2. Now how does x minus 2 x plus 2 become x minus 2 x plus 2 times y? You just multiply it by y. So you're also going to have to multiply b by y. So now, if we're going to write it, it's going to be a times x plus 2 minus b times y, which is by, over x minus 2 times x plus 2y. And then if we solve it even more, it's going to be a x plus 2 minus by over x minus 4, x squared minus 4 times y. So this is our final answer. Our final answer again is a x plus 2 minus by over x squared minus 4 times y. So now let's find it. It's the first one. Conveniently, it is the first one. A times x plus 2 minus by over x to the power of 2 minus 4y. Question number 3. Solve the equation for x. When they give us something like this, there is a trick to do it, okay? But first I'm gonna do the general way of doing it, then I will explain the trick. So then they need x. Yes? We need to put x by itself. So let me write it. Y equals 3 over 4, x minus 12 plus 55. First thing we're gonna do is move 55 to the other side. Now it becomes y minus 55. Then we're gonna move 3 over 4 to the other side. If you remember from previous years, if we move the fraction to the other side, it will flip. So now it becomes 4 over 3. And then finally, we have minus 12. So now what's our equation? 4 over 3 times y minus 55 is equal to x minus 12. So what do? We're going to move minus 12 to the other side, and it becomes 4 over 3 times y minus 55 plus 12 is equal to x. So this is our answer now. Now the trick I wanted to explain was that simply you just flip the fraction, okay, and you switch these numbers. This is a very simple trick, but I don't know if it's always the case in the exam, so I prefer you always use this one because it will always give you the correct answer. So here it is 4 over 3 y minus 55 plus 12. Now question number 4. This is very, very important. Look, we have 4 plus 3x. This is fx is equal to 4 plus 3x. They told us f inverse 64, not f64. If they told us f64, we would replace x by 64. But here they told us what? They told us f inverse 64. So very simply, what do we need to do? We need to replace fx by 64. So now it becomes 64 is equal to 4 plus 3x. Move 4 to the other side. 60 is equal to 3x. X is equal to 20. So the value of f inverse 64 is 20. I will repeat again. We have fx is equal to 4 plus 3x. They're asking us what's the value of f inverse 64. If they asked us for f64, we would usually replace the x by 64. But here they're asking us for f inverse 64. So what do we need to do? We need to replace the fx by 64. So 64 is equal to 4 plus 3x. 60 is equal to 3x, and then x is equal to 20. Question number 5. What is the value of f inverse 3? Like we said before, usually, if they asked us f3, what we would do? We would replace the f and the x. But no, here they're asking us f inverse 3. So what do we do when we have f inverse? We're going to replace fx by f inverse. So we're going to put 3 instead of fx. So now 3 is equal to x plus 1 over x minus 3. Then we're going to bring x minus 3 here. It will become 3 times x minus 3 is equal to x plus 1. So then 3x minus 9 is equal to x plus 1. And then you move the x here, you move the 9 there. It's gonna become 2x is equal to 10. So then our x is equal to 5. So again, anytime we have f inverse, we're gonna put the number instead of fx. Okay? Question number 6. Here, what's the value of x when y is 1? This is a similar concept, just replace y by 1. 1 is equal to 2x plus 3 over x plus 4. Then we bring this here, it's gonna be x plus 4 is equal to 2x plus 3. We're gonna move x to this side and 3 to this side. We're gonna get 4 minus 3 is equal to 2x minus x. So 1 is equal to x. And very simply, our answer is 1. Question number 7. What is the value of x in the given equation? When we have something like this, and we need to find the value of x, first thing you think of is that they are two fractions. So since they are two fractions and they are equal to each other, we can do cross multiplication. So that means we're going to do 3 times 4x minus 12. It's going to be equal to 2 times 14 minus 2x. So 3 times 4x becomes 12x minus 36 is equal to 28 minus 4x. Now what do? We move 36 to this side and 4x to this side. It becomes 16x is then equal to 64. So then our x is equal to 4. I think in this exam they will allow us to use calculators because we have very big numbers to calculate. Okay, let's go bye-bye. Now, consider two spinners A and B shown in the figure below, each with 4 sectors marked 4 to 6. Okay, we're going to keep this in mind. Spinner A is spun once. This is very important. It's spun 1 time. So the probability that the number shown is not number 6, they need all values except number 6 can be expressed as, looking here, looking at spinner A, it spun only one time. So we're only gonna have it one time. What's the probability that it's not 6? We're gonna ignore 6. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 out of the total, which is 4. So the probability that it is not number 6 is 3 out of 4. Now spinner B is spun twice. The probability that the number shown is 5 both times is expressed as k over 4, where k is an integer. Okay, it is spun twice, yes? And this is spinner B. So it's spun 1, 2. Then they're asking us, they need the probability that the answer is 5 both times. So what's the probability that it is the first time 5? It is 2 out of the total, which is 4. And the second time is also 2 out of 4. Again, I'll repeat. They told us that spinner B is spun twice. The probability that the number shown is 5 both times. Okay, that means they need 5 and 5. This is something to remember. And in math is equal to multiply. Okay, and or in math is equal to add. Please remember this, it's very, very important. So we have the probability of 5 and the probability of 5. So what's the first probability of 5? In spinner B, it is 2 out of 4. And means we multiply, so times the other probability, which is also 2 out of 4. So 2 out of 4 times 2 out of 4 will give us 4 out of 16, which is then 1 over 4. So the answer here is 1. Now this is very important. Spinner A is spun 40 times. Anytime they ask you for the best estimate of a number, remember, anytime you see best estimate, what do? First of all, we go to the spinner. It is spinner A. Okay? They told us spinner A is spun 40 times. Yes? Now 40 times is a big number. They're telling us we need to estimate it. The best estimate. What is the rule for best estimate? We take the probability of the number. They need the result to be 5. So what's the result of getting 5 in spinner A? It is 1 out of 4. So we write the probability of getting the number, which is 1 out of 4, multiplied by the number of spins, which is 40. So 1 over 4 times 40 is going to be 10. So the answer here is 10. Now, Dan spins spinner B until he gets number 6. Okay? What's the probability this happens on the 4th trial? So, okay, Dan, he's spinning spinner B, this spinner. They're saying he's gonna spin it until he gets 6. On the 4th trial, so he did 1, 2, 3, 4 trials. We're gonna multiply them all. He did 4 trials. On the last one, he got 6. So, what's the last one? What's the probability of getting 6, first of all? 1 out of 4. So on the last one, he got 6. This probability is 1 out of 4. Then, the other ones, he got not 6. So what is the probability of not getting 6? 3 out of 4. So 3 out of 4 times 3 out of 4 times 3 out of 4 times 1 over 4. When you multiply it, I'm pretty sure calculators are allowed, you are going to get then 27 over 256. So, the answer here for K is 27. Now when I finish, I will repeat it all. Now, the spinners are each spun once, and the sum of both the numbers on the spinners is recorded. Look what they did. They put it in bold, the sum. Okay? So, what does it mean? 4. This means 4 plus 4 is 8. So again, 4 plus 4 is going to be 8. Okay? Then, 4 plus 5 is going to be 9. 5 plus 4 is going to be 9. 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. 5 plus 6 is going to be 11. Then again, 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 6 is 11. And then 6 plus 5 is 11. Okay? Now they're telling us what is the probability that the sum is even and greater. This is very important. They're telling us even and greater. You remember? We said and in math is multiply, or in math is add. So what do? So what we're gonna do, there's 2 ways. I will start first with the easy way. First, you see which one is even and greater than 9. What numbers are even and greater than 9? Here they are 10 and 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the total, which is 16. So this is one direct way of doing it. Another way of doing it, I forgot to mention it, is that and is the intersection. Let me draw it like this, intersection, or is the union. So here they're telling us even and greater. So we're going to take the intersection between even, okay, intersection of greater. So let's find the even. The even is 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 12. So in total it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 16. Okay? Now we're gonna do the intersection, okay, with greater. Which ones are greater? We have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So this, and then 11, 11, 11, 11. So in total it's gonna be 9 out of 16. Okay? So the intersection between these two, just like, let me do it again. Here we have 9. Here we have 8, 9, 11, 11, 9, 10, 10, 11. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again. We said even, intersection, greater. So let's circle the even in red. We're gonna have 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 12. Okay, and let's circle the greater in blue. So we're gonna have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 12, 11, 11, 11. So which numbers, okay, you notice have both red and blue? We have one number over here, two numbers over here, then 3, then 4, then 5, and then 6. So in total it is 6 out of 16, which is the sum that is even and greater than 9. So 6 out of 16. Question number 9. Now if you prefer to do the first way, I would also prefer, because it's easier. Question number 9. Okay, this is very important. Please pay attention to this one. Fill in the blank. We have f inverse x is equal to. We need to find the value of f inverse x. So this is how we do it. First of all, we're going to take the fx. We're going to name it. We're going to name it y. Okay? Y is equal to minus 5x plus 2 over 3x minus 1. Now, we're going to bring this here and we're going to multiply it by y. It becomes 3x y minus y is equal to minus 5x plus 2. Now what do? We need to have the x, all of the numbers that have x in them, we're gonna put them on one side. Okay? So we're gonna bring y over here and we're gonna bring minus 5 over here. So now what do we have? We have 3xy minus becomes plus, so plus 5x, okay, is equal to y plus 2. Now, what do? We take here the x as a common. So it is now x times 3y, okay, plus 5 is equal to y plus 2. Then, what do? We're going to move the 3y plus 5 to the other side because we need x alone. It's going to be x is equal to y plus 2 over 3y plus 5. Okay, we have, this is our answer. Then, we're not done yet. What do we have to do? We change the x into f inverse x, okay, and we change all of the y's to x. So, x plus 2 over 3x plus 5. Okay? So, our answer is actually f inverse x is equal to x plus 2 over 3x plus 5. That means what? Our value over here is 5. Now, did you notice something? What did we do? We switched the places of these two. So it was originally minus 5x plus 2 over 3x minus 1. We switched their places, then it will become minus 1x plus 2 over 3x minus 5. And we did not only change their places, we changed the signs as well. So it became +1, and this becomes +5. So you have two ways of doing it. You have the really practical way, and then you have the simpler version. Now the simpler version isn't guaranteed to give you the correct answer always, so I prefer you do the practical way, okay? So again, what did they do here? They just switched their places and they changed the signs. And so then our answer will become x plus 2 over 3x plus 5. Question number 10. Now, let's do it first in the easy way, then let's do it in the hard way to show you how we do it, okay? If we're gonna do it in the easy way, we have 3x plus 2 over x minus 7. We're gonna switch these two, and then it will become minus 7x plus 2 over x plus 3. Then what do? We're gonna change their sign, so it becomes what? It becomes 7x plus 2 over x minus 3. So in 3 steps, we got our answer, 7x plus 2 over x minus 3. And then if you're gonna do the domain, you take the denominator different than 0, so x minus 3 different than 0, x different than 3. So this is our domain. This was the easy way. Now let's do it the practical way. We said first we're gonna change fx into y. It becomes y is equal to 3x plus 2 over x minus 7. Then we're gonna bring this over here and we're gonna multiply x minus 7 times y. It becomes xy minus 7y is equal to 3x plus 2. Then we need x all on one side, so we're gonna bring this y over here and 3x to the other side. So then it becomes xy minus 3x is equal to 2 plus 7y. Or 7y plus 2, however you like it. Then it becomes what? We're gonna factor it. We're gonna take the x alone. It's gonna be x times y minus 3 is equal to 2 plus 7y. Then we bring y minus 3 to the other side. We're gonna have x is equal to 2 plus 7y or 7y plus 2 over y minus 3. Now, we said we're not done yet. We take this, we switch the x into f inverse x, okay? It is equal to 2 plus, we change every y into x, so 2 plus 7x over x minus 3. And so like this, we got our answer, which is 7x plus 2 over x minus 3, and we found the domain, which is x is different than 3. Question number 11. Okay, this came many times before. Very simply, what do? If we ever have squared or absolute value, this is what we do. We take the number next to the x or behind the x, in this case it's minus 3, and we take the opposite, so 3. Okay? For example, if they gave us 5 absolute value x plus 2 minus 3, for example, they gave us like this. What do? We take plus 2. We choose the opposite, which is minus 2. So now our answer is minus 2. But here, the answer is 3. Question number 12. This is really, really important. Okay, I need you guys to pay really attention. It's actually really fun if you think of it like this. So we have the graph of a function g is shown in the diagram below. So this is function g. They're telling us, given the point k minus 1 belongs to the inverse of g, to the graph of inverse, keep this in mind, very, very important. What is the value of k? They need the value of k. So what do? We go. First of all, look, they need k minus 1. We have minus 1 as our y in the inverse of g. So what does it mean? In our g, okay, in g, it's gonna be the opposite. It's gonna be minus 1 k. So if we have here the graph of g, okay, let us find which point has minus 1 as an x. If you look here, this is minus 1. So this point over here has minus 1 as an x. So what is the y of this point? It is then 3. So g has minus 1, 3. That means the inverse, which is the opposite, is gonna be, so I'm gonna write g inverse. It is gonna be 3. minus 1. So very quickly, very simply, we found the value of k, which is 3. Question number 13 is a similar concept. Okay, we're gonna do it like for more practice. M minus 1 belongs to the inverse of G, and this is G. Okay? M minus 1 belongs to G inverse. How about G then? Okay, we need to find G. So we're gonna take the opposite. It's gonna be minus 1 M. So we need to find the point that has minus 1 as an x. So this is minus 1. Gonna go up. Here, this point. So what is the y of this point? The y is 2. So for G, it's gonna be minus 1, 2. That means if they're asking us for G inverse, we're only gonna flip it. So it's gonna be 2 minus 1. So the value of M in this case is 2. Question number 14. The function inverse to fx is equal to 5 plus 2 over 9x. Now this is where you cannot use the easy way. We have to use the the practical way. So we said first change fx into y. It becomes y is equal to 5 plus 2 over 9x. First thing we're gonna do is move 5 to the other side. So it becomes y minus 5 is equal to 2 over 9x. Now we need x alone. So we're gonna move 2 over 9 to the other side. So y minus 5 is equal to x. We said anytime we're moving a fraction to the other side, okay, it's gonna flip. So times 9 over 2. So it's gonna be 9 times y minus 5 over 2, which is then 9y minus 45 over 2. Okay? So then what happens? We said that x is equal to 9y minus 45 over 2. We said we're not done yet. We have to, first of all, take x and change it to f inverse of x. Then anytime we see a y, we're gonna change it into x. So it becomes 9x minus 45 over 2. So our answer here, if we're gonna follow this, it is f inverse x is equal to 9x minus 45 over 2. Question number 15. This is very important. Let's do first of all the easy way. Okay? If we're talking about the easy way, we said we're gonna flip these. This was similar to the question before. We're gonna flip these. It's gonna be 3x. Sorry, originally it was 3x plus 2 over x minus 7. It will then become minus 7x plus 2 over x plus 3. Then we're gonna switch the signs. It's gonna be 7x plus 2 over x minus 3. This was the easy way. We got here 7x plus 2 over x minus 3, and the domain x minus 3 is different than 0 because it is our denominator. So then x is different than 3. Now, okay, let's do it the practical way. We said first we're going to change fx into y. So y is equal to 3x plus 2 over x minus 7. We're going to move x minus 7 to the other side. And then we're going to multiply. It's going to be xy minus 7y is equal to 3x plus 2. Then we're going to move all of the ones that have x to the other side. So xy, we're going to move it here, and y, we're going to move it there. So xy minus 3x is equal to 7y plus 2. Okay, then we're going to take out x as a common factor. So x times y minus 3 is equal to 7y plus 2. Then we're going to move y minus 3 to the other side. X is equal to 7y plus 2 over y minus 3. Now we're not done yet. We said we're going to take the x, we're going to change it to f inverse x. Okay, it's equal to, now every time we see a y, we're going to change it to x, to 7x plus 2 over x minus 3. Okay, so that's our answer. Now, of course, don't forget to do the restriction, which is x minus 3 is different than 0, so x is different than 3. Okay, very, very easy, but very, you need to think about it. Okay, like, it's very simple. There's nothing tricky in this. Just logically read and think. The probability of obtaining a sum of 12 is 1 over 6. Probability of obtaining 11 is 2 over 36. Sorry, 1 over 36. Then 2 over 36. Then the probability of obtaining a sum of 10 is 3 over 36. And of obtaining a sum of 9 is 4 over 36. They need the sum of 9 or 10. We said anytime we have or in math, it means plus. So the probability of getting 9, which is 4 over 36, plus, because we have or, the probability of getting 10, which is 3 out of 36. So in total, it is 7 out of 36. So we have k, the value of k is going to be 7. Question number 17 is very, very important, okay? Okay, we have a chess player plays 2 games, okay? You have chess player. This is a game, okay? He plays 2 games. He either wins or loses. So this is our first game. He's either winning or losing. Then, assume the outcome of one game does not depend. So if he won here, he can win or lose again. And if he lost here, he can win or lose again. Okay? So, a chess player plays 2 games. This is game 1 and this is game 2. Okay? He plays 2 games. Now, assume the outcome of one game does not depend. So if he won here, he can win and lose here. If he lost here, he can win and lose here. Okay? Now, they told us the probability of winning the first game is 0.6. And the probability of winning the second game is 0.8. And here it's also 0.8. Now we know that the probability is out of 1. So that means to get the probability of losing, we do 1 minus 0.6, which is 0.4. And to get the probability of losing here, we do 1 minus 0.8, which is 0.2. So here it's also 0.2. Okay? Again, the chess player plays 2 games. This is game 1. Okay? If he wins, this is game, okay, let's write it like this. We have win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 2. Okay? So, the probability he won the first game is 0.6. So the probability he lost the other is 1 minus 0.6, which is 0.4. Now the probability of winning the second game, in either case, because it's not dependent, is 0.8. So here it's 0.8 and here it's 0.8. So the probability of losing the second game is going to be 1 minus 0.8. So 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2 for both of them. Now, they're asking, what is the probability of winning both games? Winning both games means win and win. So win 1 and win 2. What's the probability of doing win 1? It is 0.6. And we said and in math means multiplying. Win 2, the probability is 0.8. So we have 0.6 times 0.8. And if you do it on your calculator or mentally or on the paper, you're going to get 0.48. Now, what's the probability of losing both games? So now we have, let me just go down. We have lose 1 and lose 2 because he lost both games. We said the probability of losing 1, okay, keep it in front of you, it is 0.4, and in math means times the probability of losing the second is 0.2. So 0.4 times 0.2, do it anywhere, it's gonna be 0.08. So the probability of losing both games is 0.08. Now, what is the probability of winning exactly one game? If he's winning exactly one game, that means he won. Either he won one time and lost the other, or he lost the first and he won the second. Again, the probability of winning exactly one game. So that means he either won the first and lost the second, or he lost the first and won the second. Now, again, and means times, or means plus. So, the probability of winning the first game is 0.6 times the probability of losing the second game, which is 0.2, or means plus. Losing the first game is 0.4 and winning the second is 0.8. Now you see, if you have the graph in front of you, please draw it, okay? It's gonna be very simple, very easy. Okay, so now 0.6 times 0.2 is 0.12 plus 0.4 times 0.8, which is 0.32. So in total, it's going to be 0.44. So the possibility of winning both games was 0.48. The probability of losing both games was 0.08. And the probability of winning exactly one game was 0.44. Now question number 18. Okay, this is very easy. It may look hard, but it's actually really simple. We have a wheel is spun, and we have the number marked and the frequency. The number marked and frequency will be very much easier for us. Okay, it will make everything easier for us. Now, what is the probability the wheel stops at a sector marked by a number larger than 10? So don't think, okay, I have to go 90, all numbers above 10, like 11, 12, all the way until 100. No, not like this. We're going to use this. This is what we're going to use. So here, what are the numbers that are larger than 10? It's 20, 75, and 100. So what is the frequency or the probability that the wheel stops at a sector marked by larger than 10? We know that the total probability is 100 because we have 100 numbers. Okay. So the frequency of getting any number larger than 10 is going to be 10 plus 6 plus 1. Again, we need a number larger than 10, so we have 20, 75, and 100. The probability means the frequency, so the frequency or probability of getting a number larger than 10 is going to be 10 plus 6 plus 1 over 100, which becomes 17 over 100. So here, the answer is 17 out of 100. Now, what's the probability the wheel stops at a sector marked by an even number? We need it to be an even number. So, what are the even numbers? We have 2, 10, 20, and 100. Out of the total, which is 100. So, it's going to be 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 1. So, in total, it is going to be 41 out of 100. So, the probability of getting an even number is 41 out of 100. Now, what's the probability the wheel stops at a sector marked by a number larger than 10 or even? This is important. This is very, very important. So, logically, what do? We can take, let's do it in two ways. First, they need the probability of it to be larger than 10 or even. So, 20 is larger than 10 and even. Okay. And 75 is larger than 10, and 100 is larger than 10. But we also need the even ones. So which ones include the even ones? We have 2, 10, 20, and 100. Now, if you notice, look, we have that 20 and 100 are both even and greater than 10. So what do we do in this case? We take only one time of them. So this is logically, we're going by thinking normally, okay? So out of 100, which is the total, we're going to take the probability, the possibility or the frequency of 2, which is 10, plus the possibility of 10, which is 20, plus the probability of 20, we're only going to take it one time, which is 10, plus the probability of 75, which is 6, plus the probability of 100, we're only going to take it one time, so it's going to be 1. So if we're going to do it in total on the calculator, it's going to be 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 6 plus 1 over 100. It's going to be 47 out of 100. This was by doing it logically. Yes? So, by logic thinking, not here. By logic thinking, we got that this was 47 out of 100. Now, if we're gonna do it in another way, this one is a really nice way as well. We're gonna see that we already have the probability of greater than 10, which is 17 over 100. And we have the probability of even, which is 41 out of 100. Yes? So, we have this one and we have this one. So they need a number larger than 10, okay, or even. So we're gonna add them. So 17 out of 100 plus 41 out of 100. Okay, this is gonna be the number larger than 10 or even, but we have an issue over here. Okay, our issue is that what? We have repeating values. What is it? In the numbers larger than 10, we have 20, 75, and 100. And in the even, we have 2, 10, 20, and 100. So, like, by thinking, we have 20 here and 20 here, we have 100 here, and we have 100 here. So, if we're gonna go back, we're gonna take the possibility of 20 and the possibility of 100, we're gonna add it. So again, we took the possibility of greater than 10 or the possibility of even. Or in math means plus, so we added them. So 17 over 100 plus 41 over 100. But our issue is we have repeating. So what do? We're gonna subtract it from what? From the repeating numbers. So 20, the probability is 10 out of 100, and 100, the probability is 1 out of 100. So 10 plus 1 is 11 out of 100. So now it's gonna be 17 plus 41 out of 100 minus 11 out of 100. And when you do it, you are gonna get 47 out of 100. So the answer is 47 out of 100. Now, question number 19. The ladder shown has length of L meters, okay? So this ladder, its length is L meter. Its top ending is leaning against a vertical wall, so this is 4.8 meters. And its bottom end lies on the ground. We don't know how much this is. We're gonna put it as question mark. They're saying, if the bottom of the ladder slides on the ground around a distance of 1.6 meters, so if it slides all of this, which is 1.6 meters, with its top end touching the wall, okay, then it will be flat. Okay. So since it is flat, that means it's gonna be here, and this is gonna be the value, the length of the ladder. So again, the ladder is like this. Its length is L, okay? So then they told us if you're gonna slide the ladder like this, okay, this will be a total 1.6 meters. It slides the ground on a distance of 1.6 meters. So all of this is 1.6 with the top touching the wall. So now this here, and like this is the top, okay, all the way here is what? 1.6 meters. All right? But they're telling us if we brought it down, then from here until here, this is the ladder. It will fit here. So this is L. This is the length of the ladder. We're left with this one, this value we need to find. We don't know what we're gonna call it. It's a question mark for us. Okay? But if we use our logic, how much will this be? This will be 1.6 minus the length. Again, I'll repeat because I know it's very, very tricky. He told us that the ladder, it went on a distance 1.6 meters, okay? But this is not the length. The length of the ladder, in fact, is from here until here, okay? So from here until here, this is the length of the ladder. Now, definitely this is a right triangle, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We have a, we have b, but like we can find b and we have c, okay? So to find b, what do? We take the total distance, 1.6, minus this distance over here, minus L. Okay, so without the meters for now. So 1.6 minus L. Alright? So now we have our A, we have our B, and we have our C. Our A is what? It is 4.8 squared. Okay? Plus our B, which is 1.6 minus L squared, and our C, which is L squared. Now what do? We're gonna take our calculators. We're gonna do 4.8 to the power of 2 is what? Is 23.04. plus 1.6 minus L squared. You're gonna follow the rule of A minus B squared, so it's gonna be A squared minus 2AB plus B squared. Okay, so then you're gonna do first 1.6 squared, which is 2.56. Okay, let me fit it here again. This is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Again, this was all 1.6, this is L. Okay, so we found the value of A because it didn't fit before. It was 23.04 plus, okay, so it's gonna be 4.8 squared first of all, plus 1.6 minus L squared is equal to L squared. Now, this one we're gonna follow the rule, which is A minus B squared, which is gonna be A squared minus 2AB plus B squared. Okay, now we have 4.8 squared, which is 23.04, plus 1.6 squared, which is 2.56, okay, minus 2 times 1.6 times L, which is gonna be 3.2 L, and then minus L squared is plus L squared is equal to L squared. By looking, you can cancel the L squared and the L squared, okay, and so now you're gonna be left with what? 23.04 plus 2.56 minus 3.2L is equal to 0. Let's move the one with a variable, not this color. Let's move the one with a variable to a side by itself. So now we're going to have 23.04 plus 2.56 is equal to 3.2L. Okay, then when we add, we are going to get 23.04 plus 2.56, you're gonna get 25.6 is equal to 3.2 length. So then length is equal to 25.6 over 3.2, which is gonna be 8 meters. So we use the Pythagorean theorem and we got the value of L. Question number 20. Okay, this is very easy, something we took many years before. So they're telling us it's a right trapezium where BCD and CDA are right angles. So this is right and this is right. Directly, if this is 60, then this is 30. If this is 50, then this is 40. So then this will be 180 minus 30 plus 40, which is 110. Okay? Now, again, we have 50 here, we have 35. So 180 minus 50 plus 35, we're going to get 95 over here. So now this makes a circle, and we know in a circle the angles are 360. So 360 minus 105 plus 95 plus 110. It is gonna be then 50 degrees. Okay? Again, I will repeat, this is 90 and this is 90. It's given. Alright? So if this is 60, then this is gonna be 30. If this is 50, then this is gonna be 40. And then 180 minus 30 plus 40 gives us 110. Then 180 minus 35 plus 50 gives us 95. So then to find the value of x, we do 360 minus 105 plus 95 plus 110. And then it will give us 50. So the answer here is 50. Question number 21. What is the value of x? Okay, this is very, we learned this last year. Okay, we need to prove these two triangles, first of all, are similar. And then after we prove they are similar, we are gonna say that they are proportional. So first of all, let's prove they are similar. If this is 90 degrees, then definitely this is 90 degrees. Now, let's divide them first of all into two triangles. This triangle over here in pink and this triangle over here in blue. Okay? First of all, you have a right angle over here and a right angle over here and a right angle over here. So we have first angle, okay, is equal. So we have one angle is equal. So we can prove a triangle is similar by the SAS, the SSS, the ASA, and the AA. We can prove they are similar by all of these, okay? Now, we found A, so definitely we're not going to be using the SSS. We have an A. Okay? Second of all, this angle here is shared by the pink and the blue. So they have another similar angle. We can stop here. Why? Because we have the AA already done. So we just prove these two triangles are similar by the AA postulate, or the AA theorem. Okay? Now again, this is 90 over here. We proved that these two are similar. Now that they are similar, we can do side over side is equal, so side 1 over no, let's give them different values. We'll call side of the small triangle x and side of the big triangle y. So it's going to be x1 over y1 is going to be equal to x2 over y2. Okay, this is what? This is the proportionality theorem. So if this is 90, okay, then definitely the 3, which is the angle, or not the angle, sorry, the side next to the 90, is going to be proportional to 4 plus x, which is the side next to the 90 degrees. So look, here in the blue, we have 3, and here in the pink, we have 4 plus x. Okay, good so far. Now, if you notice, opposite to the 90 degrees, we have the hypotenuse, okay, of the big one. Now, the big one, we put it down. Okay, the hypotenuse, which is 5 plus 3, which is 8. And then here, opposite to the 90, we have this hypotenuse, which is 4. So now, 3 over 4 plus x is equal to 4 over 8. Alright? Now, you can do cross multiplication, or you can simplify it first. You're going to get 1 over 2. Then we do cross multiplication. We're going to get 6 is equal to 4 plus x. And then x is equal to 2. So our answer is x is equal to 2. And the value of x is 2. Question number 22. Refer to the figure below. Okay, line S is tangent to the circle at B. Anytime you see a secant and then a tangent. A secant has 2 points touching, and then the tangent has 1 point touching. This is the rule. The rule is the exterior multiplied by the whole thing is equal to the tangent squared. So 8 times 8 plus 24 is equal to x squared. Now if you do it on your calculator, because calculators are allowed this exam, 8 plus 24, we're going to get 256. So 256 is equal to x squared. Okay, so radical here, we're going to have that x is equal to 16. So the value of x is 16. Yeah, it's 16. So again, I repeat, whenever you have a secant and a tangent, this is the rule. We have the exterior multiplied by the full thing is equal to the tangent squared. So 8 times 24 plus 8 is equal to x squared. Remember, anytime you see a circle like this is the rule. Question number 23. 23. The diagram below displays a circle with center O. Here we have no tangents, we only have 2 secants. So what is the rule gonna be? The rule is gonna be that exterior multiplied by the full thing is equal to exterior multiplied by the full thing. So ZR multiplied by ZP is equal to ZY multiplied by ZX. So if we're gonna do it like this, below in the given, I have a paper with me with the question. So if you scroll down, or let me scroll down, this is the given. We said ZP multiplied by ZR is equal to ZX multiplied by ZY. This is Y. Okay, so let's substitute. ZP is 18 multiplied by ZR, which is 4. ZX is 12, so they need the length of ZY. So 18 times 4 is 72. 72 is equal to 12 times ZY. So then ZY is equal to 6. So here the answer is 6. Here, if you notice that it was 12 and then this is half, so this is 6, this is 6. It's not always the case. Do not follow this rule. It's wrong. This rule is wrong. You have to do that. The exterior multiplied by the full thing is equal to the exterior multiplied by the full thing. That way of thinking is wrong. Okay? Question number 24. In the diagram below, DE is tangent to the circle at E. If you notice, we have what? We have a secant and a tangent. So, whenever we have a secant and a tangent, we're going to take exterior multiplied by the full thing is equal to the tangent squared. So, 8 times 8 plus x, okay, is equal to 12 squared, which is 144. So 8 times 8 is 64 plus 8x is equal to 144. So 144 minus 64 is going to be 80. So 80 is equal to 8x. So the value of x is what? 10. So here the value of x is 10. Again, I will repeat, we have a secant and a tangent. So we're going to do 8 times 8 plus x is equal to 12 squared. And so we got 64 plus 8x is equal to 144. So 8x is equal to 80. So then x is equal to 10. Question number 25. Refer to the figure below. Here we have two secants. We don't have a secant and a tangent. We only have two secants. So what is the rule? We said we're going to do exterior multiplied by the full thing is equal to exterior multiplied by the full thing. So 12 times 12 plus 10, which is 22, is equal to 11 times 11 plus x. Okay? So if we're going to do it even more, we're going to get 10. My bad, here it's 10. We're going to get 10 times 22. Here it's 10. I took this instead of this. I meant 10. So 10 times 22 is equal to 11 times 11, which is 121 plus 11x. So 220 is equal to 121 plus 11x. Move 121 to the other side. We're going to get 220 minus 121. We're going to get 99 is equal to 11x. So then x is equal to 9. وخلاص, we got our answer, which is 9. Again, I will repeat. Exterior times full thing is equal to exterior times full thing. So 10 times 10 plus 12, which is 22, is equal to 11 times 11 plus x. Okay? So definitely 220 is equal to 121 plus 11x. You solve and you're going to get that x is equal to 9. Final question, and we finally reached it. Refer to the figure below. After an hour, okay, we finally reached the last question. Refer to the figure below to answer the question. What is the value of x? This is how we do it. You either take this triangle and this triangle, or this triangle and this triangle, whatever suits you. Or another way that I like to do, I like to take this over this is equal to this over this. Why? Because this and this are on the same side and this are on the same side. So you can do 6 over 9 is equal to x over, is equal to x over 6. And then we're going to get 36 is equal to 9x. So then x is equal to 4. You can do it in any way. Like if we tried another way, for example, we did 9 over 6 is equal to 6 over x. If we started with this one, we're going to go like this. And if we started with this one, it's very logical. If you put this one over this one, then you're going to continue like this. But if you put this one over this one, you're going to continue like this. But if you put this one over this one, you're gonna continue like this. So again, I'm gonna repeat. We can do 6 over 9 is equal to x over 6. So it's gonna be 36 is equal to 9x. So our x is equal to 4. And we finished, and I hope we didn't do any mistakes. So let's submit and let us see. And thank God we didn't do any mistakes. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you understood. And if you guys ever want me to repeat or like explain the question, please comment and tell me.